Right. See, look at here. The database got activated. Now it is showing available now. Okay. So how to connect to that database means you need to go into the database. Okay. So just click on Power BI and then you can see this endpoint. This endpoint is very important. Okay. Endpoint is nothing but DNS name of the database. Okay. Right. So copy this endpoint. This is very important for us. Okay. And then go to Squala community here. Okay. Click on new connection and then test connection is AWS MySQL. Okay, right. Click on OK, and then here saved connection is if you want to save this, you can save this. Okay, okay. Anyways, MySQL host address in the real time. Here you need to give if the database is installed on in the real time, you need to provide the host address. For example, here in the AWS, I have given them. I have selected this one, right? So what is this? This one endpoint. Okay. In the real time, they will give you one different endpoint. So that endpoint you need to provide here like a local address. If it is on premises means you need to provide the server name. Okay. Like they will give you the server name like for example, so with IP address or they will give the server name itself like that SV62656 like that. Okay. Just control V here. And then username is admin. Okay, so ADMIN. We have created admin, right? And then password is admin 1234. 1234, right? I have created that one only, right? So look at here, admin 1234 password. And then port number is 3306. See, look at here automatically the port number here also it is showing 3306. And here also we have created the port number is 3306 only. If you want to check that, scroll down and then if you see anywhere it will show the port number like monitoring. So here it is not showing. Okay, and then logs and events, and then if you click on configuration, so I think in the configuration it will show the port number. um, so configuration DB power BI storage everything here there, but it is not showing the port number here also. DB port number. Okay, maintenance and backups, so here also I think it will not show. And then click on tags. So here also it is not showing. Okay, so I think the port number is not showing here, so you can ignore that. Okay, or else if you go to the text snapshot. Okay, right. And see, look at here for database also we have some different actions: stop, reboot, delete, create aurora, read replica, and then take snapshot or migrate snapshot. So if you want to migrate the snapshot also you can do that. Okay, and then we don't have some options: create, read replica, and these things. Why? Because we are not a paid version, right? We are just a thing like that. We are just free version. And then database databases we don't need to give anything here, but if you want to give, you can give like our database name is Power BI. Okay, right. If you want to create, if you want to select Power BI also you can select that one. Okay, see, look at here, Power BI. BI is also small only, so let me give BI only. Okay, right. And then if you want to test a connection also you can do test connection. So error number 1049 unknown database Power BI. Okay, let me delete this unknown Power BI and then click on test. See, look at here, connection successful now. So actually you don't need to provide database name also. Look at here, connection successful. We have installed third party software to connect to the database. That is what actually MySQL Squala community. This is the way you can able to connect to the database which you have created inside the AWS. Okay, so in the real time also you can able to connect like this. See, if you configure our database and everything like that, database team will connecting from their end only from this, using this tool only. Okay, using this tool only. They don't know what you have created inside the AWS and how you have created and everything. But database team high professionals means database team leader or database project manager or database that relevant project team like that, they will have some idea about how they are creating database inside the AWS only. Okay, but so that database team will connecting to the database by using this tool only. They don't know what is happening behind the things. Okay, సో ఇంతసేపు మనం ఏం చేసాం అవన్నీ వాడికి తెలియదు. జస్ట్ వాళ్ళు ఎస్క్యూఎల్ కమ్యూనిటీని కనెక్ట్ అవుతారు. ప్రతిసారి వాళ్ళు జస్ట్ దే హ్యావ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఐపీ హోస్ట్ అడ్రస్ అండ్ దెన్ యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ అండ్ దెన్ దే విల్ సింప్లీ క్లిక్ ఆన్ కనెక్ట్ అంతే. వాళ్ళు సింపుల్గా కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతారు అంతే. ఓకేనా? డు యూ వాంట్ టు సేవ్ చేంజెస్? ఎస్. సో లైక్ దిస్ దే యూస్ టు కనెక్ట్ టు దేర్ డేటాబేస్. సో ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు డేటాబేస్కి ఇలా కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతారు అనమాట. సో ఇక్కడ మనం క్వైరీస్ అన్ని కూడా రన్ చేస్తాం. క్వైరీస్ అన్ని కూడా రన్ చేస్తాం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ డేటాబేస్, క్రియేట్ database space, database name is for example Satish. Okay, like this, and then select run. If you want to run it, execute query. So look at here, query created database Satish, one rows affected. So database was created name with Satish. Okay, all right. So here you need to refresh and everything. Okay, for example here just right click and then you need to refresh. I think no need information schema, create database. Okay, where we have created Satish, let us see that MySQL. So here it is not showing, and here also it is not showing, and in the Satish also not showing. But we need to do some refresh here. It is not showing any refresh object browser. Okay, refresh. Okay, look at here, Satish got created. Okay, so inside the Satish, we can do anything. Okay. This was database was selected now. Satish. If you want to select any database, you can. Information schema or MySQL performance settings like that. Now I have created Satish. Now I'll delete this query. Okay. So I know SQL queries. That's why I am executing thing. Create table. Okay. Space table name. Create tables. Table space name like students. Okay, and then open bracket, enter name, space data type is varchar. Okay, here we need to provide query. This is called query. Okay, and then comma id space int, comma age space int. We need to provide this what is this, here I'm creating the table name called students, and with the column names name, id, age. Okay, let me try to execute this one. Okay, execute query. So see here, create table students, id, age, and zeros affected. So now where I can this see this table. So we have created this table inside the Satish, right? So you can expand this Satish now, and then here you can expand tables and see, look at here, students got created. Now how can you see that the columns inside? Simply select space star from students. Okay, so here students is table name, right? So select star from table name, select and then run it. See, look at here, it is showing name, id, age. Now if I want to insert the data into, so insert into, okay, space, so I'll give values, sorry, insert into table name, right? So you need to provide table name, insert into students, and then values. Okay, and then values. So open the bracket, and then what is the name? For example, name should be in the single quote. Okay, for example, let me give Gajendra. Okay, Gajendra is the first student, single quote, comma, id number is 1819, comma, and age is 26. Okay, and then close the bracket. Okay, and then just select it and then run this command. Okay, so look at here, insert into was successful. Now do select star from students. Look at here, Gajendra, id, and then age. Okay, and then if you want to do like that same also, you can add one more name like Naresh. Okay, and then id is uh, age is 28, and then id is 1820. Okay, let me execute this, run it like that. Okay, if you can add Satish also, you can add Satish, and then this is what actually database engineers can do in the backend. You don't worry about these things. Manam cheyalసిన అవసరం లేదు ఇదంతా కూడా. Just I am showing you how to do that and everything. Okay, now select star from students. Look at here, Gajendra, Naresh, and Satish, and everything like that. So if you want to create a database, you can create database by using query, or else you can create by here, right click and then create database like this also. You can create like this also, and then you can create by using the query also like that. Okay, and then if you want to delete the table, means drop table space table name. Okay, students. So now I will delete the students table name. For that, use the command called drop table. This is a query. Okay, see, look at here, it was cleared. Now let me do a refresh again. Okay. Mm, First one only, refresh of the browser. Now go to Satish and then go to table. So there is no table anything now. Okay, like that you can create the table and you can do anything. Okay, see, let me do one thing. Let me execute these three queries at a time. Okay, create table and everything. I have deleted students. Now again I'm going to create the students and select star from students and then insert into students. Execute this one. Look at here, error code syntax it is showing. Okay, let me create a student again. Okay, it was successful, and then I will insert the data into students. Now it was also successful, and then I'll select star from students. So you look at here, creating the table, inserting the data, and then you can retrieve the data by using name, ID, age. Satish 18, 21, 29, like this. Okay, like this you need to connect it to the database from external, like these things. Okay, I hope you understood about the database. Simply now, if you want to disconnect from here, you can disconnect from this simply closing the connection. Okay, right click here, disconnect. See, right click on AWS MySQL, simply disconnect. Okay, this is how you need to disconnect from the database simply. Okay, the content of this database, do you want to save the changes? I'll see no. Okay, like this you can able to disconnect, and then you can close this one. Simply we have closed. Okay, so in the real time what will happen means continuously this database will be running 24 by 7 365 days. Only then only users can access the database from anywhere. Okay, so now we have configured or installed this database in AWS. In the same way, database can be installed in anywhere, like in any Linux, in any EC2 instance, like that. After installing in EC2 instance, they will have one host IP address, and then they will try to connect by using this Squala community, or else they will create one more like SQL. For example, let me show you one thing. I have installed SQL Server in my server, MS SQL. Okay, MS SQL in the Microsoft SQL, not in the AWS. I have installed in my particular system, my system. Okay, I'm opening that one only now. Okay, just see here, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. This is MS SQL Server. But here in the AWS, I have installed MySQL. MySQL is different than MS SQL. MySQL is powered by, I think that is powered by IBM and Oracle, like that. But MS SQL was provided by Microsoft company. Okay. Along tying up with the Sybase solutions. Sybase solutions to tie up, they have designed this Microsoft SQL Server. And this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio is used to connecting to the database. Okay, so నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ నా కంప్యూటర్లో డేటాబేస్ ఇంజిన్ రన్ అవుతుంది, ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్ డేటాబేస్ ఇంజిన్ రన్ అవుతుంది. సో నేను ఇక్కడ ఎట్లయితే నేను స్క్వైలా కమ్యూనిటీ ఇచ్చినానో, అంటే కనెక్ట్ అయ్యేదానికి స్క్వైలా కమ్యూనిటీ ఇచ్చినానో, లైక్ దట్ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఎస్ఎస్ఎంఎస్ అనేది ఒకటి అనమాట. అంటే ఇది ఒక స్టూడియో టు కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్. మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది అనుకుంటా. సో ఇక్కడ మనం సర్వర్ టైపు, సర్వర్ నేమ్, యూజర్ నేమ్, పాస్వర్డ్ ఇస్తాం. కానీ విండోస్ అథెంటికేషన్ ఇస్తాను కాబట్టి బై యూజింగ్ విండోస్ అథెంటికేషన్ ఐఎమ్ కనెక్టింగ్ టు మై MS SQL server database. Look at here, same which I have done in my Squala community also. Let me do same at a time. Okay, so here Squala community is there. I will open this one. So here already I have saved everything. Simply connect, click on connect. Look at here, I have done anything like Satish I have created, and then here tables also I have created. So select star from students. Okay, now I'll execute this query, run it. Okay, see, look at here, it is showing name, ID and everything. Same I'll show you in the SQL SSMS also. Okay, so here I will select the database called Naresh. Okay, so as of now I'll select the, see here, it is not showing anything like SQL. So in the Squala committee it will show automatically here to execute the query panel and everything. Here also same, it is looks like same only. This is Squala committee, but whereas it is SSMS, if you click on new query, it will show the new query panel like this here. Okay, so like this. So here you can able to create the table, students and everything like that only. See, create table space students. Okay, and then I'll open the bracket, and then I'll give name space varchar of 255. Okay, this is a data type actually. And then id space int, age space int. Okay, and then close the bracket. సో ఇదన్నమాట. సో ఎక్కడ నేను క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను, నరేష్ అనే దాంట్లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ స్టూడెంట్స్ 1 ఉండొచ్చు, ఐ గివ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ 1 హియర్. ఓకే, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ టేబుల్ ఉంది, అందుకని అది ఎర్రర్ వచ్చింది అప్పుడే నాకు స్టూడెంట్స్ 1 అని ఇచ్చిన, అందుకని. ఓకే, క్రియేట్ టేబుల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ 1, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ హియర్. ఓకే, ఫర్ దిస్ యూ కెన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ హియర్. Like that, same in the SQL log also we can execute here after running the query, right? So now what I'm going to do is insert into space students. Okay, so here also it will show students like this. Okay, and then press enter, and then values. Okay, values of, so here give Naresh space int age is sorry, id is 17 18 comma age is 26. Okay, close the bracket and then just execute this thing. uh, Execute it. Syntax, it is showing 17 18. So id space int y. Oh, here I forget comma here. Look at here, the error shows it like this. Okay, so I forget the comma here. See, now it's going to be execute. Simple, execute it. See, it was affected. Okay, and then what, select star from students. Okay, 1. Okay, oh, నేను స్టూడెంట్స్ లో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశాను, స్టూడెంట్ 1 లో కాకుండా. ఓకే, రైట్, స్టూడెంట్స్ 1 లో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తా. ఓకే, ఇట్ వాజ్ అఫెక్టెడ్ అండ్ దెన్ సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. Look at here, it is showing name Naresh, id 17 18, age 20 26. Like that, here also in the SQL community also, like that you can do same thing in Oracle database or PostgreSQL database or different other databases also, same like that, only same procedure only. Okay, so as of now I have shown you like the Squala community, MySQL, and as well as MS SQL both. Okay, so here also you can able to see database name, for example database name, and then Naresh I have in the done in the Naresh, right? So Naresh database, in that Naresh database we have tables. In the tables we have, see, like we have so many things here. Just now I have created students 1, this is showing students 1. Okay, if I select here, here it is showing the database name is Naresh. Okay, we are in Naresh database. We have so many databases like Naresh, Selva, Naga, Chanakya, like that. But here we are using as of now Naresh database. Like that in SQL log also same. Look at here, Satish database, it is showing here. Okay, if you are working on any other different database means we can change here like this. For example, MySQL database, if this is database default database, if you want to create something here, you can do that here also. Okay, for example, let me copy all these things in let me copy and paste there. Okay, in Squala community. Okay, so I'll delete and then I'll do paste. Okay, now I'll create students 1 in MySQL database. Okay, just run it. It was created, and then insert into students 1, run it, and then select star from students, run it. Look at here, select star from students 1, run it. Oh, why it is not select star from students 1, limit 0 to 100, error code 110, students 1 does not exist. Okay, something wrong. Let me do here. Error code access denied for user admin at the rate of. Okay, so here I'm getting access denied, that's why it is not creating. So in the Satish I can do this now. Okay, why? Because for Satish we are the authorized for that. See, look at here, it was created, and then here also insert into students, it was created without any error, and then here it is simply select star from. Look at here, Naresh 17 18 26. లైక్ దట్ మన డేటాబేస్ అనేది ఏది క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నా కూడా ప్రొసీజర్ అయితే ఇలాగే ఉంటుంది. చూడండి, చూసే విజువల్ సేమ్ డిటో మనకి ఎంఎస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ లో ఉన్నట్టే ఉంది. చూడండి, సేమ్ ఇది ఇది ఎంఎస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ అంటే మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ అనమాట. ఇది వచ్చి మై ఎస్క్యూఎల్ అనమాట, మై ఎస్క్యూఎల్. ఓకే, మై ఎస్క్యూఎల్ వాస్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై డిఫరెంట్ కంపెనీ అండ్ ఎంఎస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్ వాస్ provided by different company, like that. Okay, and then simply right click and disconnect here, like that. Simply click on no changes and then close it, and then click on continue. Here also same, if you want to disconnect you can directly close it, or else if you want to disconnect just right click here and then you can disconnect here. Okay, simply it will disconnect, and then if you want to connect it again you can do connect here and simply close it, like that. Okay, what we have done in the same for Squala community. Then come here and then select this one database and then go to actions and then delete, or first before deleting stop it. Okay, create snapshot. If will ask you to create snapshot, simply select no and then yes, stop now. Okay, so after stopping you can delete this one. Okay, that is how you can able to create the database and then connecting to the database, and then after connecting to that you can do any changes into the database. In the real time also same procedure will be happening, but you are the responsible to create the database and everything, but you are not responsible to connect it to the database and then doing something into the database. Okay, I hope you got. So if you have any doubts, please let me know. Am I doubts on that?
సార్ ఎస్ఎస్క్యూఎల్ కి MySQL కి మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి సార్ అది?
ఏం లేదు, అది వేరే వాడి కంపెనీ, ఇది వేరే వాడి కంపెనీ అంతే. నీకు ఇప్పుడు సామ్సంగ్ కి వివోకి డిఫరెన్స్ అంటే ఏం చెప్తాను? రెండు ఒకటే, డిఫరెంట్ కంపెనీస్ అని చెప్తావు అంతే కదా. లైక్
Like that and yeah.
రైట్, సేమ్ అంతే.
ఇంకొకటి ఇక్కడ మనం క్వరీస్ కూడా రాస్తాం ఇప్పుడు టేబుల్స్ SQL యూజ్ చేస్తాం డేటాబేస్ లో.
ఇప్పుడు చూపించింది అదే కదా, మనం చేస్తాం, మనకి అవసరం ఉండదు. యాజ్ ఎ డెవాప్స్ ఇంజనీర్ కానీ మిడిల్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్ కానీ, వీ డోంట్ రిక్వైర్ టు write the queries or run the queries. We just responsible to create the database and
జస్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం అంతే.
అండ్ ట్రబుల్ షూట్ ద డేటాబేస్ కనెక్షన్ ఇష్యూస్. ఏమైనా ఒకవేళ కనెక్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు వాడికి ఏమైనా ఇష్యూస్ వస్తే, ఏం ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది, వాడు ఏం పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాడు, ఇక్కడ ఏం పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ ఉంది, ఏం డేటాబేస్, హోస్ట్ నేమ్ ఏమి, ఇది రన్నింగ్ లో ఉందా, స్టాపింగ్ లో ఉందా అనేటివి మనం చెక్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అనమాట. అట్లా
అంటే జస్ట్ డేటాబేసెస్ అని క్రియేట్ చేయిస్తాం అంతే వాళ్ళకి.
అంతే అంతే, రైట్. యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద డేటాబేస్. డేటాబేస్ లో మనం ఏం చేయము. యాజ్ ఎ డెవాప్స్ నుంచి మీకు ఆ రైట్స్ కూడా ఉండవు అనమాట. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే, రైట్ రైట్. అంటే జస్ట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ పార్ట్, ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ పార్ట్.
దట్స్ అంతే, ఇన్స్టాల్ అండ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్. దట్ ఈస్
కాన్ఫిగరేషన్
both installing and configure. That's it. That's all we need to do. And then we after creating and configuring, we will provide that entire things to database team, and then they will create the tables, or they will restore the database backups from somewhere else. ఇప్పుడు ఈ database create చేసాం, దీంట్లో మనకి ఏదైనా కంటెంట్ కావాలా, అది మనకి S3 ఉంటుంది, దాని నుంచి S3 బకెట్ నుంచి మనం రీస్టోర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు దీంట్లోకి, ఈ పర్టికులర్ డేటాబేస్ లకి. ఓకేనా? Like that. So if you click on restore database, create database by restoring from S3 నుంచి ఏమైనా ఉంటే దాన్ని మనం రీస్టోర్ చేసుకునే అడుగుతుంది అనమాట. S3 బకెట్ నేమ్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ, S3 ప్రీఫిక్స్ ఆప్షనల్, ఇంజన్ ఆప్షన్స్ అమెజాన్ అరోరానా లేదంటే ఇంకోటా అని అడుగుతాను. బట్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ షోయింగ్ అమెజాన్ అరోరా ఓన్లీ. అంటే ఇక్కడ అరోరా మాత్రమే చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. అంటే AWS లో మనం డేటాబేస్ కొనుక్కుంటే వీ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ అమెజాన్ కంపెనీస్ డేటాబేస్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, like that. So simply go back to RDS. So ikkada databases like ella ante go to databases. So I have stopped. It is still stopping, so I think it will take some time to stop, and then after that I will delete that. Okay, ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా నరేష్?
No bro.
గజేంద్ర